Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another Art for All group. My name is Lucy. I work as a creative artist at St Christopher's Hospice, and thank you for joining. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about some projects that we're working on at the hospice at the moment, with the art groups that we're still hosting remotely, and I'm also going to be showing you an art activity that you can do yourself really easily at home. So first of all, I'd like to tell you about the artwork that you might be able to see a little bit of behind me. Also a blanket covering my TV to stop any reflections. So this artwork is based around flowers that people have been gathering on their daily government walks. Now we're all allowed to, well, some of us are allowed to go out much more than we were over the past few weeks. The people who are connected to the hospice have been collecting flowers, pressing them, and I've been laminating them and hanging them from different pieces of wood. And these pieces of wood have been hung, I'll just tilt my screen a little bit, from this cornice which has been painted and decorated, you might be able to see a little bit, with illustrations of leaves. And I'll be adding more to this as we go along and be adding more and more of the branches that you can see behind me, so it's going to grow into something much bigger. So I have some more of these plants and flowers that are going to be going up. So these are all things for me to add on, and yeah, many, and more here as well. So these are all to go up, and they're going to be going up over the next couple of weeks. But what I'd really like to invite you all to do is to press your own flowers at home, leaves, so things that you find maybe in your garden. If you don't have a garden, you might have a pot plant, or if you're able to go out on a daily walk, things that you find on your walk. And the idea of laminating the flowers was to somehow preserve the time that kind of we've all spent in lockdown, where we've all felt a bit like we're, I suppose, in stasis, in a little bit stuck, but also trying to enjoy the spring and the start of summer that we are going into, in a way of maybe like commemorating that. And we've just had VE Day, maybe that feels like something that we might need to commemorate about, I don't know, the time that we've all just been through, and start to kind of, I suppose, think, process about what we've gained, what we've lost, and how things have changed, and also how things have stayed the same as well, like the flowers. And eventually what we'd like to do is have almost kind of a forest of flowers and leaves, that this will eventually be displayed in the hospice. It's not going to stay up on my living room wall for the rest of the year. We'd like to display this in the hospice, and if you'd like to contribute your names and your stories, we'd love to display those alongside as well. So this is an open call. Please send in pressed flowers and leaves. I will include the address that you can send them to below this video on YouTube, so a postal address, and if you could address them to the Wellbeing Team, and we will really happily add in your contributions, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. And if you have any questions or queries about the artwork, please get in touch with wellbeingonline at stchristopher's.org.uk. That's St Christopher's with no hyphens. So talk to you a little bit about the artwork behind me. Now I'm going to take you through an art activity that is really, really easy to do. We're all able to go outside a bit more, possibly even, I don't want to sort of go against government advice, maybe even see friends from a distance. But this is something you can actually do via Zoom. I've done it with one of the art groups that comes to St Christopher's, or has come to St Christopher's in the past. We've done this via Zoom, and it's quite fun to do as a group, but you can do it on your own as well. You could also even do it over the phone, actually. So what this is making mandalas, and so mandalas, some of you might be really well aware of them, some of you might not have heard of them before. So mandalas are a way of, they're normally circular drawings, and they're associated with meditative or spiritual activities, and often associated with Buddhism, but they're not solely linked to that. They can just be a way of being mindful about how you're thinking and feeling, so that's just taking time to just kind of slow things down and take a moment for yourself, I think. So what I'm going to start off by doing is drawing a cross like this. So you can just keep things like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another little dimension. So I'm going to add in another cross like this, and then I'm going to go round in a circle. So it looks like I have made a pie. Not a very exciting pie at the moment, but maybe a pie. Then I'm going to take my coloured pencils. You can use just a pencil, you can use felt tips, you can actually, if you have any fabric, if you have sequins, if you have the leaves that we talked about here, this could actually be very beautiful. If you wanted to do it outside in your garden, this could actually be really nice. So, but I'm going to use coloured pencils. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take my pink pencil, and I think I will have my first shape. So we're going to do different shapes and lines, but we're going to repeat each shape in each of the sections of the pie. So I'm going to do a pink circle in one corner. So I'm going to lift this up so I don't jog my computer too much, and not take too long about it. This is starting to look a tiny bit like a pepperoni pizza, which I didn't quite realise when I was doing the pink. So, oops, one last one. So we have now pink, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an orange wiggly line. Again, just in each of the pie sections. And what you can do is, if you're doing this over Zoom, you can, and you're in a group, you can go round the group, and one person might say, okay, draw a green triangle, and they might specify exactly where you have to draw them, or they might say you can just draw it wherever you yourself want to place it, but you make it the same in each section. So there we have my orange wiggly line. I'm now going to do a blue triangle that I'm not going to fill in, just going to do the outline of it, and again do that in each circle. And you could be really, really detailed with these. I'm being quite quick, but you could have real detail. So it's starting to become more full. And now I'm going to do some green leaves inside each of the blue triangles, which might take me a little bit of time. And you can see when I show you how you could get very detailed with these mandalas, and you could just keep adding and adding and adding. So they're really a good way if you maybe have a lot going on that you're thinking about and you want to get away from it, or if you are feeling quite relaxed, you can maybe connect more with that, because this is just, you follow the line, add the shapes, and things get filled up. So I'll add 2 more shapes. I think I will add maybe a light green. Actually, I'm going to add 3 more shapes. I'm going to be adventurous. So I'm going to do a sort of fire burst in the middle that's red. So there we go, fire burst. And then I'm going to go outside the lines, and I'm going to do yellow around the edge in kind of a maybe a slightly doily pattern. So I don't know if you can see there, it's yellow around the edge. And with the, why do I want to do the green? I might do a green semicircle just within the orange wiggly line. And what you could do is actually use a black pen with these and then colour in afterwards, and almost making your own colouring book design. So yeah, so there we go. So you could make it much more complex than I've made it, or you could make it really simple, really clean lines. You could have just a quadrant like that, or you can add as many as many pie shapes as you want. You could have maybe 12, you could have 18, you could have 20 sections. So it could get really, really intricate, or you could just keep things very simple. So, and something you can do on your own or as a group. And everybody's going to make something different if you do it in a group, and anybody who makes it on their own is going to make something different, and it will come up different every time. So there's always something new. So thank you very much for joining today. I'll look forward to hearing your feedback, and please do send in pressed flowers to the Wellbeing Team, and I will place the address where you can send them to below this video. So I hope you will have restful weeks, and I look forward to welcoming you to the group again in the future. Thank you. Goodbye.